Earlier this month, Paramount Pictures released its new film, Primate. This film was a surprise hit for me. Is it spectacular? No, but I enjoyed it a lot. I think this would be a great film to see with a group of friends or just at a sleepover. Now, before I do get started, I just want to say that this video will contain spoilers, so viewers beware. Also, my name is Connie. If you are new here, if you like movies and TV and want to see more of my content, please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my new videos. And if you don't, that's okay too. Primate. Lucy's tropical island homecoming turns deadly when her clever chimpanzee Ben becomes rabid. With her father away and no help coming, paradise becomes a prison as Lucy and her friends fight for survival against the pet they once trusted. This film is directed by Johannes Roberts, a man that keeps making films about my biggest fears. Home invasion. He directed The Strangers Prey at Night, Sharks, 47 Meters Down, and its sequel, so twice he's done this with Sharks, 47 Meters Down, Uncaged, and now Chimpanzees. In the late 2000s, just watching the news with my grandma, Travis the chimp made headlines. And as a little girl, it freaked me out. I had nightmares, and I will never, ever forget about Travis the chimp. I won't go into details. If you know, you know. It's a very sad, traumatic story. And damn, does he make a great animal survival film. I shouldn't be surprised that he executed this one. Well, to begin, let's go over the positives. And I will say there's more positives than negatives. One, Lucy's name. It might be simple, but if they did do this on purpose, it's very clever. It reminds me of the 1960s chimp named Lucy that a group of scientists did study languages on. I learned that in school, and the song Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. That's the song the chimp was named after. Number two, the opening kill scene. Off the bat, a solid opening scene. It's simple, it's quick, but it's effective. With a twist that works. We see a man who is buddy-buddy with this chimp. This chimp is in a outdoor cage. It's dark outside. The man seems distracted. It seems like he's done this plenty of times. He knows the chimp. He's gonna give him medicine. The chimp seems very unwell, like he's sick. He's also drooling at the mouth, which is a signal of rabies. But again, we know that because we see the chimp. He is so used to this chimp, he doesn't even realize that he might be in danger. And he was, because the chimp attacks this man and rips his face off. Nasty. And this sets the tone for how brutal Ben is going to be throughout the film, which makes it scarier because the guy seemed friends with the chimp. So if he could do this to his friend, what is this chimp capable of? Now, I do want to clarify that they did not use a real chimp. From what I've seen and heard, that it's a man under a chimp costume mixed in with some, I believe, CGI, and it looks great. It did not look cheesy at all and believable. Number three, the family dynamic. This is not only a man versus nature survival film, but it also has a family storyline to it. The main character, her name, of course, is Lucy. We meet her father and her sister Erin. We can tell that there is a lot of love for each other and that there's also great sadness after the mother passed away the year prior. And we could tell that to the dad, his girls just mean everything to him. To complete the family is the star of the film, Ben, which leads me to number four, Ben's transformation. He starts off looking like a toddler, a very fuzzy, furry toddler. He has his teddy bear, a little t-shirt, and a tablet. He uses this tablet to communicate with his peers, family, and friends. Quickly, the dad picks up on Ben's vibes. Ben is very nice and friendly to Lucy's friends that have come over with her. Soon, He seems unwell. He seems very sick, which is sad. We could tell that he's in some sort of pain. We do see this small outburst, a character named Hannah, who's not really a friend of Lucy's, but they're more acquaintances. Lucy's best friend invited Hannah over to Lucy's house, and alone by the pool, Ben aggressively holds her hand, which freaks out Hannah. The dad catches this and he brushes it off, says sorry, that sometimes he's not okay with strangers. Puts Ben into his cage. He notices that there's a dead mongoose in the cage and Ben has a bite. Being a responsible pet owner, he tells the girls, hey, don't let Ben out of the cage. I'll call over our buddy to help. We're going to give him antibiotics and test this animal, even though it's very likely that it won't have rabies because they live in Hawaii. And I guess there's no rabies there. I don't know anything about this topic, but if that's true, it works well with the storyline because they're not looking out for rabies in Ben if it's not in Hawaii. So, with Ben put in the cage, the dad leaving for a work trip, and the group of friends at Lucy's house, next we see a sort of slow burn to the chaos in a good way. The film was only an hour and I believe 29 minutes. This film does not drag on, uses all of those minutes to show us how the chaos escalates, but not too quickly. The kills start off terrible and gets more brutal. And Ben himself becomes more menacing, very human evil like. Ben's first sign of aggression with the friend group. The scene builds the tension because Lucy is by the pool with her friends, and Ben seems like he's going to turn at any second, but she doesn't believe he will. That's her family, it's her pet at the end of the day. And she's trying to control him. She believes he's going to listen to her. She's very much in denial, but soon realizes that they are all in danger when he doesn't listen to her and then takes a bite out of Erin, Lucy's sister. Ben's sister also just attacks her and bites her leg. And this is when the action begins. I'm gonna get into 5 the kills mixed in with Ben's behavior along with his killings. So of course, the opening kill, we see it 2 times, not the kill itself 2 times, but the scene 2 times. We see it in the opening and then we see it happen in real time when it is supposed to happen in the film. That one was gruesome. His second kill is shortly after he attacks the sister. They are all in the pool because I guess Ben can't swim. I don't know if chimps can't swim. If so, that's a fun fact. Lucy's best friend, Kate, her brother is also there. Unfortunately, he met his demise. To set the scene for you, Lucy's house is a mansion. It is huge. It's in Hawaii. It's on a cliff leading down to the ocean. Beautiful. It's very secluded. Her brother has this smart idea, just push him off. He tries, does not succeed. He thought he has won because Ben just hangs on the rock and then he swings back up and then grabs the kid and then throws him off the cliff. And this kill was gnarly. We see his head hit the ground first. It was disgusting. And what's even more disgusting and terrifying is Ben's behavior right after. He started to laugh. He started to do a little monkey dance, laugh a little bit in front of everybody. Kate is mortified. Her brother just died. The fear and shock on everybody's face. Kate would also meet her demise after a cat and mouse game with Ben. This scene was paced very well. The showdown between them, it was terrifying. Ben is smarter than what he seems. With this showdown, Ben becomes very humanized, evil, truly looking. He has direct eye contact with her. He is slow, but he knows what he's doing. He wants to taunt her in a way and say, hey, I'm gonna get you, and I'm gonna do it while I'm looking right at you. Look what I can do. You think you're safe behind this closed glass door? And he tries to open it. And of course, she's just like, oh, no, 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 hell no. And so they're fighting, looking at each other. She knows he can get out of this door. He did not do what we thought he was going to do. He did not just open the door. He freaking runs through the glass door. And of course, Lucy and Kate, they run. Now, this house has a balcony and then spiral cave-like staircase to the pool area. Just the staircase itself is very ominous because you can't see where you're going. Like you could turn a corner and someone's going to be right there, causing suspense, which is great for Kate's kill scene because she is killed in the staircase. Lucy was faster. She's already by the pool. She turns back around. She goes up the staircase. What is she going to find? She's going to find her friend body beaten by this chimp. Again, the gore was there. Honestly, this film was a lot gorier than what I was expecting. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it's not needed, sometimes it is needed. You don't need gore all the time, but with this, it does work. There are a couple more kills, but I think the most popular one is going to be the teenage kid that comes to the house not knowing that a chimp lives there. He doesn't know that a girl is potentially dying in the pool, but one of the boys goes to Lucy's room. The setting is already scary. There's a red light on, he's in a canopy bed, and then the chimp appears, but he wants to play with this victim. He doesn't automatically just jump on him and attack him. He plays with his food a little bit. And the buildup is crazy because, again, this kid has no idea that this chimp just murdered a couple people. Essentially, this chimp has gone bananas. So he tries to be funny. He tries to throw the keychain, play fetch with this chimp. And Ben does not find this funny. This kid, he learns that he can't control this chimp and he starts to get nervous. And then he decides to threaten the chimp. Ben is like, "Arr," snatches his jaw right off. Practical effects of this is gnarly, insane. And again, I just love practical effects. It works well with this scene. Something I haven't seen before, I don't believe. And then again, truly the terrifying part is that Ben taunts him with his jaw after he rips it off. Like he's playing with it in front of this kid who's dying. Hannah, the acquaintance friend, has probably the most survival instincts out of this group. At one point, they're in the pool trying to keep Erin afloat. At one point, they get out and get her a floaty so they can all rest on it. They find a phone, they're trying to call for help. They're distracted, but Ben jumps on the lights and scalps her head a little bit. Not enough to kill her, but we could hear it, and that I know hurt. Later on, Hannah does die. This scene is also like a cat and mouse game. While someone else is being murdered, she runs out of the pool into the house, grabs a phone, keys, gets in the car, realizes the keys don't match the car, but she has a cell phone. Now I'm thinking, hide, get low, call 911, stay there. Why risk it? But she does. She goes to the right car, but Ben, he catches up with her. And the way he is stalking her, Ghostface, this whole scene reminded me of Ghostface in the first one where he has the keys and he's taunting Sydney with it in the cop car. Same thing with this scene. He's taunting her with the keys to the car. He knows he can unlock it. I think she dropped the keys. That's how he got the keys. But he ends up with the keys. She's on the phone with 911 and he gets in the car through the back door and he kills her. Is a little bit of overkill. He beats her. Of course she's dead, but that doesn't stop him. His aggression is at its max. Like, there's no stopping this chimp. I want to get into the setting a little bit. Its atmosphere is jungle-like to me. The trees feels like you're kind of in his world for a little bit. And Lucy's house is where the action takes place, but her house is so big that it doesn't really matter that this is where it mostly takes place. Majority of it takes place by the pool, but they utilized both settings well. Like, you don't feel like you're here at the pool too much. You don't feel like you're in the house too much at a good pace. And the spiral staircase helps a lot because it's just suspenseful. The dad's POV, the dad cannot hear at all. And he was in a movie called Coda that I just loved. We get to see his point of view where it's silent. so we could feel like we're in his shoes. And eventually he does come home. He feels like something's wrong with his girls. And while he is home, again, it's silent, but behind him, his daughter's being attacked by this chimp, his friend, his son, his buddy, and he has no clue. While the dad investigates, again, it's quiet, but Lucy is in a struggle with Ben, adding to the tension, added so much to this film. This is a very small detail, but I think it's effective. It's the score. It's not overbearing, and it was very subtle at times. I could hear the people breathing in fear. I could hear Ben's growls, how aggressive they were becoming. I could hear his movement. And then when it was silent, it needed that to build the tension. So, for the bad stuff, really, the main bad thing about this film were the characters. No survival instincts at all. Truly, they were loud. They were all so loud, just stomping on everything, not whispering. At one point, Kate and Hannah did do sign language, but it took so long for them to do that. And honestly, I just felt bad for Ben the whole time. He could not help it, and that was sad to see. He was just sick. And then, three, the ending. Of course, I was happy that there were survivors. Lucy, her dad, and her sister Erin. They defeat Ben after an epic showdown. The climax of the scene was fighting off Ben. He fights the dad, Lucy again, the sister again, going back and forth. He's beating the shit out of all of them, but eventually they push him off the balcony onto a pole and he is impaled. So we're happy to see these character lives, but then my brain switches. It's like, oh, you guys are done. Like, you're gonna get sued. There's no coming back from this. There ends up being confusion with the analysis of the rabies test. Did he have it? Did he not have it? Did he just twist? Was it really rabies? So that's just where the film leaves off with confusion, something we can interpret ourselves. So the main focus of this film is survival mixed in with man versus nature. The film definitely does not rely on jump scares, allowing tension to build through chaos of the situation that is beyond their control. Also a family tragedy, really. Ben is again part of their family and he's sick. He can't help it. He turns violent and the family, they can't help him. And it's sad watching someone that you love and trust just turn, whether they're human or a pet. Again, the setting helps. They are isolated in this big house. No one can hear them. The jungle-like atmosphere surrounding them, and the cliff leading to the ocean. Truly, there's nowhere to go. Although we can assume he does have rabies, it leaves us with a bigger question. Was it the rabies or did he simply just snap? Unresolved answers, leaving us with discomfort rather than closure. Was this movie predictable? In a way, yes, because the main characters live and everybody else dies. If the film was longer, I would have loved to have seen more character development, get to know the characters a little bit more. This movie was definitely entertaining. Is it Oscar worthy? Of course not, but that's not what this film was intended for. I think it's a movie about a killer chimpanzee with deeper meaning to it. If you want to watch it for that, you can either watch it because of the chimpanzee or you can watch it to find the small messages throughout the film, leading to bigger conversations and having yourself question what really happened. You don't have to take this film too seriously. Enjoy it for what it is. It was super entertaining. All right, you guys, that is it. That is my review for the new movie Primate. It is now in theaters. I would give this movie a 7 out of 10. I think it would be great at a sleepover with some friends. Honestly, I would buy a DVD of it to have. I would watch it again. And I think it's one of the better animal killer survival films. recently. Alright, guys, let me know what you thought of the new movie Primate, if you liked it, if you disliked it. As always, please stay safe out there, and I will see you guys soon. Bye bye.